You cry because your brain hits a limit your face cannot hide. Even when you swear you are fine, your eyes are making tears all day. About half a teaspoon every day, just to keep you from going blind. But emotional tears are different. And the reason they spill out when you are sad, happy, or overwhelmed is stranger than feelings leaking from your eyes. Because tears are not one thing. They are three different tools wearing the same disguise. Remember that. Your tears are not the answer yet, they are the clue. The obvious answer is simple. You cry because you feel pain. Your brain gets sad, your eyes get wet, and that is the end. Nice and clean, almost comforting. Here's the problem with that. You also cry at weddings. You cry when a dog comes home from surgery. You cry when a song hits one note too perfectly. You cry when you are furious and cannot speak. So sadness cannot be the whole switch. And here's the weirder part. You can feel deep sadness and not cry at all. Then you drop a spoon in the kitchen and completely fall apart. Why would a spoon defeat you? Wait, that comes back later. First, your eyes are basically tiny windshield systems. Basal tears sit on your eyeball all day. They are a living film of water, oil, and mucus. Without them, every blink would feel like sandpaper. Then you have reflex tears. These show up when smoke, dust, or onions attack. Cut an onion, and it releases chemicals that irritate your eyes. Your face starts emergency washing. You are not heartbroken. You are being chemically rinsed. Then there are emotional tears. These are the strange ones. Humans are the only animal proven to shed tears from emotion. Dogs whine, elephants appear to mourn, chimpanzees scream. But your species puts feelings into droplets and lets them run down the face. So what changed? Why would evolution keep such an embarrassing feature? Crying makes you look weak. It ruins your voice. It blurs your vision. In a dangerous world, that sounds like terrible design. Unless the weakness is the point. Think about a baby. A newborn can scream before it can explain anything. But full tear production takes time to develop. At first, the sound does most of the work. The message is brutally clear. Come here, or I die. That is layer one. Crying began as an alarm system, not a poem, not a diary, a siren. But you did not stop needing help when you grew teeth. You just learned to hide the siren better. Your adult crying still says something ancient. I cannot handle this alone. And that message works because it is hard to fake perfectly. Your voice cracks, your breathing stutters, your nose runs, your eyes redden, your face becomes a billboard for loss of control. That sounds humiliating, but in a social species, humiliation can be useful. A tearful face can reduce anger in others. It can pull care from people who are ready to judge you. It can turn a threat into a rescue. Now the second layer gets stranger. Your tears may not only show emotion, they may change the room. In one famous study, men smelled emotional tears collected from women. They did not know what they were smelling. The tears had no obvious odor, but their testosterone and sexual arousal dropped. Scientists still argue about how far this goes, but the possibility is creepy. Your tears might be quiet chemical messages, not words, not drama, a liquid broadcast. And this helps explain why tears feel different from acting sad. A fake sad face can be strategic. Real crying leaks through your whole body. Your nervous system signs the message. But this still does not explain happy crying. Why would your face use the grief button when life is beautiful? Why does joy sometimes look like disaster? Here comes the spoon. Your brain is not built to separate emotions into neat boxes. It is built to manage arousal. Arousal means intensity, not romance, not panic, just how loud the body is turned up. Grief is high arousal. Fear is high arousal. Awe is high arousal. Relief can be high arousal. So can watching someone you love walk through an airport door. Your body does not ask, is this happy or sad? It asks, can I stay regulated right now? If the answer is no, the tear system can open. That is why you can survive a terrible week without crying. You hold yourself together in the hospital. You answer messages. You make coffee. You become a very convincing machine. Then one harmless spoon hits the floor, and the machine finally breaks. Not because of the spoon, because the spoon arrived after the dam was already cracked. Happy tears work the same way. You are not secretly sad at a wedding. Your system is overloaded by reunion, safety, love, memory, and change. Too many signals arrive at once. Your body reaches for an old release valve. Psychologists call this kind of thing a dimorphous expression. That means one feeling comes out wearing the opposite face. You cry when happy, you laugh when nervous. You want to bite something cute. Your brain sometimes balances intensity by adding its opposite, like turning down boiling water by dropping in ice. The pot still hisses, but it does not overflow as badly. Now the full answer lands. You cry when you are sad, happy, or overwhelmed, because crying is not a sadness response. It is a threshold response. When emotion gets too intense, your body opens a social signal, a chemical signal, and a nervous system reset at the same time. Tears say, "Come closer." They say, "Do not attack me." They say, "I have crossed my limit." That is why the same wet face appears at funerals and births. Your body is not labeling the event, it is measuring the voltage. Too much loss, too much love, too much relief, too much everything. And once crying starts, your body changes gears. You may gasp at first, your heart may pound, your throat tightens because muscles around the larynx tense. Then, after the peak, many people feel drained, calmer, or sleepy. That is not magic. It is your autonomic nervous system shifting. Your fight or flight system rises. Then your parasympathetic system tries to bring you down. Crying can feel like a storm, then a power cut. But here's the part nobody talks about. Crying is not equally safe for everyone. You learn rules about tears before you understand them. Maybe you were told not to be dramatic. Maybe someone laughed. Maybe someone got angry. Maybe your tears made things worse. So your body learned to lock the door. And the lock can work too well. You can become the person who never cries at funerals. You can feel everything and show nothing. Then you wonder if something is wrong with you. Usually, nothing is wrong with you. Your body may have learned that crying was expensive, so it saves tears for private rooms, showers, cars, and midnight ceilings. There is another dark twist. Tears are powerful because they ask for a witness. Crying alone can help, but crying with the right person can change the memory. Your brain learns, "I broke, and I was not abandoned." That is why being ignored while crying hurts so much. It is not just rude, it is a failed rescue signal. Your ancient alarm rang. Nobody came. So when someone cries in front of you, you are seeing something rare. Not weakness, not manipulation by default. A nervous system has lost the ability to keep its suffering invisible. And when you cry from joy, the same truth is hiding underneath. Some moments are too large to fit inside a composed face. The body spills what the mouth cannot organize. A tear is tiny, but it carries an old message. I am alive. I am overwhelmed, and I need this to be seen. So the next time your eyes burn at the worst possible moment, remember the half teaspoon. Your eyes were never dry machines. They were always preparing for the day your feelings became too heavy to hold. You do not cry because you are broken. You cry because your body found a way to make the invisible leave a mark. And that connects to something even stranger. Why does your throat hurt when you are trying not to cry? If this scratched the right part of your brain, subscribe to Mind Itch, a new question every single day.